If you're thinking about it from a BI perspective, a lot of the research really went about doing faster ETL. So complex event processors, being able to take things and move things faster into your data warehouse, speeding up ETL. This was something that was talked about early in 2000, even mid-2000. Matter of fact, if you go and you search real-time BI now on Google or Bing, you won't see any of the incumbent BI vendors come up. You'll see a whole bunch of articles and things that are written about BI and real-time, but you don't see any of the vendors. Well, we believe that it's not just about doing this faster ETL and moving data into the data warehouse. It's about getting the most current live data. So it's not about time. It's about getting current live data when they need it. It needs to be in actionable form. This is key. We're not talking about real-time intelligence where you have a whole bunch of raw data that a user has to decipher. This is data that's ready to have decisions made upon it. And people are all over the place, like we said before, so they need it when and where they need it. Now, we put this in the context of characteristics. So we believe there's 5 key characteristics about real-time intelligence that will be the foundation for being able to do this. And we believe it's live information. That means plugging directly into the source. That source could be your data warehouse. It could be SAP. It could be your own proprietary database, Twitter, Facebook, Salesforce. It doesn't matter. It means getting data right from the source. It has to be done fast. If we're talking about real-time and decisions now, it can't take us weeks and months to be able to put together information that we need when we need it right now. And this whole social side and collaboration side, we need to work with people, and it needs to be seamless. We can't be emailing this stuff around to collaborate. It all has to be built into this platform we're using, and it really needs to be portable, or as I like to say, pervasively portable. It means that it's portable across all these different areas, even devices that we haven't seen before. We need to be able to get this information. And, of course, it needs to be secure end-to-end. Now, there's a whole different style of building these things. So even though we talk about the outcome of getting this information, there's a building process here. So let's look at traditional BI and how traditional BI does things. You have your big modeling efforts, you have your ETLs, you get the visualizations, and then you decide. Now, many of you who come from the BI side of the world, you can tell, and you know from past experience, how long these things take. You know that it just doesn't take a day to create these models or the star schemas and to create your data warehouses. This isn't a 1 week or a few week effort. This could be months, sometimes years. And you have to do this quite often as new things change. You need new attributes, new data sources, new characteristics, new attributes. You have to change your models, and you have to basically do the whole thing all over again. That's the design of the system. It takes a very, very long time to do these things, and then, maybe after a few years, the ball gets rolling and you start getting your reports out. Now, the real-time way of things has even different terminology. We talk about assembling, visualizing, and deciding. The assembling things is not about doing a whole bunch of modeling and coding and development in order to get things. It's about getting things to a point where you can assemble things quickly together, get the visualization, get the interaction, make the decision. And these can be built incrementally and built on top of each other. So in the time span that maybe you're building your whole BI data warehouse and building all your systems, we could have hundreds of thousands of these real-time information sources built because we're able to incrementally build these things very quickly because we don't have to do the things that traditional BI does. So as you see this and think about this, you'll start understanding that these things start manifesting themselves as small things. Everything we do here is about doing things smaller and assembling it into larger pieces. Now, if you really want to dig into it a little here, and this will be made available for you on our website in a day or two, this is really talking about the characteristics. So if you're thinking about real-time intelligence and you're putting it in the context of traditional BI, you can look at some interesting things here. The decision views, whether traditional BI looks at what happens and real-time is looking at what's happening right now, and how we do the decisions, whether it's individual or collaborative with real-time. There's a big thing that is, and is a movement afoot, is to really start relying less on IT to be able to do these things. So IT has a huge role in an organization, but how can we get the new technologies, the new tools, to be able to have less reliance on IT, go to them when we need the big stuff, the complex stuff, security and governance, So how do we empower the business units to start doing these things, assembling these things versus coding these things? This is the idea behind real time. So whether you have data sources that are data marts and traditional, or you're connecting live into real time, it's really about being able to get these things out. And as you know, getting data out in the BI world may be getting a spreadsheet dump. It's portable apps in the real-time world, from static models to traditional to dynamic mashups in real time, from more proprietary size on traditional to web standards in real time. That's a big key. As you look at these real-time intelligence